It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NHL.
Cooley marching into the offensive zone. Pulls up on the near side and fights his way through a check. Up top, Lawson Krause relays it over. Cooley a one-timer, and he scores! Logan Cooley has Utah's first Stanley Cup playoff goal. This is pushed around the wall. Stenlund towards the front. Rebound. It dribbles in, and they score! The Mammoth get a lucky bounce here in Vegas. Utah wins it back. And then they turn it right over. Nick Dowd hands it off. It's Sissons up top. Hannafin with a wrister tipped in, and they score! Nick Dowd gives Vegas their first lead of the series.
And the Vegas Golden Knights beat the Utah Mammoth 4-2. They win Game 1 of their first-round Stanley Cup playoff series. The Mammoth led 1-0 after one period, 2-1 after two, but it was all Vegas in the third period, PK. They had more possession. They had more shots. They scored all three of the goals. They went in the net in that third period. There was a lot of talk throughout that whole broadcast they had, and they had the whole graphics, all the playoff experience and all that, and I think if that's your theory, it is easy to point at that third period and say all that playoff experience paid off for the Golden Knights.
Rats. This is just game one, but, we'll see what they do on the adjustments and so forth. But, everything you said, all factual.
Yeah. Vegas really was just, delivering hits all over the ice. I thought the Mammoth tried to hold up against that pretty well, but as far as, the Mammoth are the faster, quicker, more athletic team, and Vegas is bigger and tougher, and we know the Mammoth have been drafting and bringing in guys with real size, and most of them aren't with the club yet, but you could see why Vegas was just crushing guys every time they had a chance, knocking them over the boards, crushing them in the corners, whatever it was.
Nobody pushes Yamamoto around, I'm telling you that right now.
Right now. Game 2 tomorrow, 7:30 on ESPN2 and right here on The Zone. They're still in Vegas for Game 2 at T-Mobile Arena tomorrow night. The other playoff results, the game everybody's talking about, Buffalo hasn't been in the playoffs forever. At home, down 2 goals, getting shut out with 8 minutes to go, and they score 4 times in 7 minutes. Bedlam, chaos. They come back to win 4-3 in regulation. Didn't even need overtime. 4 goals in 7 minutes. That place is going nuts. That game overlapped with the start of the Vegas game, so that's how I turned into it, and I assume a lot of people did too. That was a pretty chaotic scene in Buffalo, PK. Those people were awfully happy.
Oh, man, and they deserve it. I love the people of Buffalo.
Doubleheaders on ESPN and ESPN2 tonight. The Western games, Minnesota and Dallas, 7:30 on ESPN. And Anaheim and Edmonton play Game 1. Everybody else playing Game 2, but they're playing Game 1 tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
8 opening games in the NBA playoffs. The home team, the team with the better record in the regular season, won 7 of them, but the Orlando Magic did surprise the Detroit Pistons, beat them 112-101. Pistons had a huge edge at the free throw line. Neither team shot the three particularly well, but what David Locke was just talking about in that last segment, how well do you defend at the rim? The Pistons, outside of Cade Cunningham, could not make a 2-point shot. That was terrible. They were really struggling. And so Orlando gets the win in Game 1.
Wow.
Wow, that's it, huh? Victor Wembanyama, 35 points. San Antonio crushes Portland 111-98. Wembanyama making it easy. How about Tim Duncan over there with the gray beard, man? Father Time is undefeated. What happened? He aged like the rest of us.
I don't understand why guys grow beards when they're white or gray. It just makes them look older.
Yep. but he's got it nonetheless. Yeah. No Kevin Durant. He's got a knee contusion, so he was out for Game 1. The Lakers beat Houston 107-98. Obviously, the Lakers missing 2 guys as well, and that was just the LeBron James show as he took over and had like 8 assists in the first quarter, directing everything. The Lakers took control of that pretty quickly.
I thought it was the Luke Kennard show. He couldn't miss.
He could not. You're right. 9 of 13 shooting. He had it going. Tonight, Toronto and Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell had 32 in Game 1. The Cavs won Game 1. They play Game 2 tonight on Peacock and the NBC Sports Network, 5 o'clock. The Knicks and Atlanta, 6 o'clock on NBC. And Minnesota and Denver at 8:30 tonight on NBC. There you go. Playoff doubleheader. Over the air. Easy to find. Do you care about the NBA MVP race? The 3 finalists, Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, all 3 of them had great years. You got a favorite? Either one you believe will win or one you think should win.
Oh, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know what they're thinking there. I would still go Jokic. He's the best player in the league, right, in my mind. But Wembanyama, if it was a horse race, man, they're coming down the stretch, and he's gaining strides, and he takes big strides. So he's going to be good for a number of years. I mean, this award it's for show. It's something to do. You get a little bit of buzz. You know, they do it during the playoffs, so I don't think it gets that big of a buzz as, say, what baseball would do waiting until after the playoff. The MVP of the finals always trumps this in my mind, but these are all 3 good players, and I can live with any one of them getting it.
Yeah. Charles Barkley criticized Michael Jordan as an owner once upon a time, and that ended their friendship. That went ice cold. Barkley said the two are now getting back together, expected to golf this summer after the NBA season ends. Jordan has obviously sold the team. Maybe he realizes it wasn't personal, and Barkley was doing his job.
It's the circle of life. Rapinoe and Bird split. Barkley and Jordan get back together.
It happens.
Yeah.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Reports all along, all these questions about A.J. Brown in Philadelphia. Now the reports the Eagles are open to trading A.J. Brown, and the Patriots want to acquire him. But due to contract considerations and salary cap rules, the move not expected to be executed until around June 1st rather than this week. So look forward to that. And the Steelers don't know what Rodgers is doing. He hasn't announced yet. The draft starts Thursday. I suspect after the draft he'll make it clear. This all goes back to Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta and then Atlanta drafting somebody. I don't know if veteran quarterbacks at their end of their career want to go in front of the draft anymore. Trust is low. And he can go somewhere else if Pittsburgh goes and gets a quarterback.
Could he, though?
I think he could, yeah.
Like where?
Nowhere good, which is why I think he's going to go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's mediocre. But are there desperate teams that would want him? Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Arizona, hello.
I don't think so.
Really? I expect they won't draft someone and he'll go to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But we'll see how it plays out. The Ravens wide receiver Zay Flowers said that tough practices by former coach John Harbaugh led to more injuries, especially late in the season. Full pads all the time. Flowers said in an appearance on the Fourth and South podcast. However many practices and pads you can get, every single one. We're doing one-on-ones in week 17. Everybody out there, we're tired. We're still going. Doing one-on-ones.
So what's the new guy? Minter? Is that his name there? So he's going to come in. We're going to be soft. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, that's probably not his opening line. Cincinnati traded the 10th overall pick to the Giants in exchange for defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence, who gets a one-year, $28 million extension and give him 3 years left on his deal. And the Giants now have the 5th and 10th overall selections in the first round Thursday. So, with Harbaugh there now, with John Harbaugh there now, they can go young. They've already been adding pieces. We know quarterback and running back, and now they got 2 of the top 10.
We're a breaking news organization right here, and what's trending, and Yak has got it.
What you got, Yak?
Yeah, 49ers and 12-time Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams reached a contract agreement, 2 years, $50 million deal to keep him in place.
Sources say.
The linchpin to the 49ers offensive line returns.
The John Lynch pin.
Nice play. Nice play on words. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
North Carolina State used an out clause due to the ACC changing their schedule from 8 games to 9 games for 2027. So their road game at Texas Tech is canceled. Texas Tech then canceled a game against North Texas, and they've got 2 open non-conference games in 2027. That's unusual, just a year away, to have 2 spots in the schedule. We'll see what Texas Tech does with those.
I bet you they fill them.
Yes. With who? With what? What's
Is it
their
with
strategy?
who or
Marquee
with whom?
game or just easy W's? Just
I think it's
scrimmages?
with whom?
With which school?
Either.
Either.
I don't want to leave out the E. If I go either, then I'm leaving out the E. I don't want to leave out the E.
Albert Mendoza, younger brother of Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, has been named the starting quarterback for Georgia Tech after his transfer from Indiana, where he backed up his brother this past season. So, welcome to the ACC, Alberto Mendoza. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Yeah, the New York Mets. They've lost 11 in a row, longest streak in 20-plus years. Gave up a run in the 9th to the Cubs to tie the game 1-1, another run in the 10th to lose 2-1. So now they go home for 9 games, and players saying it's going to get loud. $352 million payroll, PK, and they've dropped 11 in a row.
Yeah, that's unexplainable. I don't know why. I mean, payrolls don't guarantee. But at the same time, if you have a high one, you're usually at least competitive, and that's not been the case. You look at your Padres, right? They're like 13-2. And I was reading in Nightingale's Sunday column that the prior owner payroll exceeded $200 million since 2022, making them third, only behind the Mets and the Yankees in 2023. And now the Padres are still rolling them, and the Mets just plunged to the bottom, to depths that you just wouldn't see with that level. I mean, that's a comparison. So you got, the Yankees are usually competitive. They haven't won a World Series, and so that's always traumatic because of the Yankees. And the Padres haven't either, but, they've been competitive for many, many years, selling out the place left and right. And then the Mets, who are in the ballpark with those salaries, just awful. It's so mind-boggling there.
Yeah, the Padres have started slashing payroll, but, it's all relative. It's still a massive payroll. And you're right.
Well, now they're going to go with the private equity. Feliz Navidad, Jose Feliciano. Oh, man. I want to wish you a Merry October.
Dodgers and Yankees are leading the division. The Padres are half game behind the Dodgers. And then there's the Mets at 7-15. And there's really no sign this was coming. They went 7-4 in their first 11, and now they've lost 11 in a row. Out of the gate, it looked fine. It looked like, all right, they're winning almost 2 out of 3 games. This is who they ought to be. They ought to be good, if not great. Cubs sweep them. Cubs. Can you explain the National League Central with all 5 teams with winning records right now?
They've sucked for so many years that they got high draft picks, and now they're moving up the system
finally had to get it right.
Getting to the big leagues, yeah.
Deepest division in baseball, no doubt about that right now. Salt Lake Bees lost to the Sugarland Space Cowboys in their series finale, 7-4. They're off today and start a series in Las Vegas tomorrow. DJ and PK.
Hashtag RSL.
Real Salt Lake scores twice in the first 6 minutes. They scored 4 times in the first half, and they hold on to beat San Diego 4-2. Their unbeaten streak now at 6 in a row. They were really flying in that game, and then did not have the same energy in the second half and needed Rafa Cabral to make a couple of big saves late to hold on for that 4-2 win. But 6 straight matches, tied for third in the West, and they've got Miami headed in Wednesday, the much-anticipated Messi visit. Messi played all 90 minutes in Colorado on Saturday, scored twice. There are people worried he won't play, and then there are people saying, well, They just had the coaching change there, and his guy's in charge. He's got to play and make his guy look good. So I guess we'll wait to hear and see what they do with Messi as far as does he start? Does he play all 90? Does he come off the bench? What are they going to do with him? But the legend is coming to town Wednesday.
And I was appalled at your line of questioning. I mean, celebrate the win, the greatest half they had, and you're worried about a little slippage, which is just natural at the end, especially when they got 2 other games coming up in a short span of time, and you're worried about them having the same intensity, and Cabral's got to make a couple of saves. Well, he made a couple of saves. What's wrong with you?
He did. Did you run out of air there at the end? What happened to you, man?
Yeah, because I'm just astounded, that line of questioning. What are you, Shaq with Donovan Mitchell here?
I don't think you're astounded at all.
And you with the personal post. Go, hey, media, it's now my time. I get the next 17 questions.
Now I asked 3. He's up over there.
Jeez. I'm going to
DJ
show.
and PK.
I got to be there next game so I can interrupt you, because everybody knows when I interrupt you, don't, if I'm not there, you're uninterrupted with your soccer dialogue.
There it is. DJ and PK.
#golf.
Matt Fitzpatrick outduels Scotty Scheffler. Beats him on the first playoff hole to win the RBC Heritage. That's your guy right there, Matty Fitz. You saw him.
Yeah, I was just I was a week off, but I got it right.
You were a week off. This time, when he broke through and won his major, you were the guy.
Yeah, that was my greatest pick
You nailed
ever.
it. Yeah. Scheffler going low, 64 Saturday, 67 Sunday, and it's still not enough. I mean, he walks away with $2 million.
Still not. He's got Meredith, Bennett, and Remy. It's not enough? What are you kidding? Couldn't be happier, man. Why trade 5 minutes of just fun times for Bennett, Remy, and Meredith? I can't wait for number 3. I hope it's a girl.
A no-cut event, and Tony Finau shoots 3 straight 75s, then a final round 70, finishes last and takes home $30,000, 11 over. And the no-cut premium events, that's supposed to change with this new schedule. There's supposed to be, I don't know if there'll be none of them. There'll be less of them, I suppose.
Fewer of them, if you will, if you want to be grammatically
Fewer,
correct.
yes, that. Grammatically correct, sure. Yeah, that'd be good. What is going on with Tony? He didn't qualify for the Masters. It's a bad run of form right now. And he's still young enough. He ought to be the guy he was 3-4 years ago, but it's golf. Stuff goes away. How does he get it back?
Well, is life
game.
other things more important to him than golf? That's a question that I think is fair. And if
Kid's
it
growing
is,
up, right?
then that he certainly has the right
So be
to
it.
decide, do I want to practice today, or am I going to go to my kid's event, or whatever I want to do with involving the family. He's got an emerging family, obviously, so he has to figure that out, or is he comfortable? I mean, these are questions that I think they're all on the table, and the answers are so personal that I don't think they can be anything that's debatable. If that's what he wants, or is he still devoting as much time, but the results aren't there? Is something wrong with the swing? Is it the mental aspect of it? Whatever he might, and he's not prominent enough that people are going to ask him those questions because he's not being in the interview situation. But that's for people around here who follow him. They probably would want to know the answers. And if he says, hey, I'm comfortable with where things are in my life, I got to get better in my game. Okay, whatever he says, I think for him is right.
And will carry the day. All right, Slacker Radio Headlines brought to you by Trajan Wealth. And What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Shamrock Plumbing bringing you the headlines here this morning. Coming up, we got the question of the day. Jave Stevens, host of the Utah Puck Report, is going to join us at 9 o'clock to talk Mammoth playoff hockey. We'll get to the question of the day next. Hot Takes or Toast on the way. Stay with us.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.
¿Quieres mejor internet? Cox Internet de 300 megas tiene las velocidades rápidas y confiables que buscas. Perfecto para streaming y gaming y trabajar desde casa. Todo por solo $45 al mes cuando agregas Cox Mobile. Incluye equipo de Wi-Fi y garantía de precio de 2 años en tu plan. No esperes. Cámbiate hoy a Cox. Requiere Cox Mobile Gig Unlimited. Garantía de precio no incluye impuestos y cargos. Velocidad de datos móviles se reduce después de 20 gigas al mes.